We wanted to make a corporate satire that is reflects what it feels like to live in America right now, which is a total nightmare, and it feels awful every day. And we wanted to see if we could mine comedy out of depression and hell.
We are pretty inspired by a lot of dramas more than comedies, and that's why it looks like a drama, and we're trying to make like a really silly drama. I think that a lot of office comedies and movies portray the workplace as this really fun place that maybe has a bad boss, but you have your friends. And our perspective is, even if you have your friends, you want to die. And that's what we think is funny about the world.
Yeah, in terms of visually, Pat, we kind of all came to that. We wanted to strike a very dark, crazy visual tone, and then Pat, who directed them, executed that.
I had heard about the project first from Jake, and then I had watched the pilot, and I think the character of Grace sort of entered the picture later, if I'm correct. And I think a lot of the reason that I ended up getting the part was just that we are friends and like we have a natural chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm not a trained actor like Lance, but I think it does kind of balance out to have a kind of more natural, casual dynamic between some of the characters who are more friendly as opposed to the more kind of sinister, sterile relationships with the upper management. Yeah.
I think you're often described as the only character who still has a soul on the show.
It's true.
So that's
clinging on to.
There's like just a little dim light in your eyes that can be seen.
Hasn't totally faded all the way yet.
Yeah.
I'd also known Jake and Matt through the stand-up comedy world and had been just such a huge fan of their comedy and just their point of view. And it was just kind of reading the pilot. I had a similar reaction to Aparna, which was like, wow, this is really sharp and the point of view seems so honed. And the tone of it, it just sort of leapt off the page to me that it was going to be this dark, absurdist workplace nightmare hellscape.
I think what we really responded to when you first auditioned was that there's a sense of fear, just like the undercurrent of all your behavior, basically.
I'm a very fearful person.
Which is what we wanted for the characters, or to tap into the kind of like atmosphere of fear in corporations and just don't want to get in trouble.
Yes. And forced cheerfulness.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not a lot of improv. It's pretty tightly scripted, and that we're trying to make a satire, and that word just means you think you're smarter than you are, but it means it has to be pretty written. We have very talented actors, so we basically get what's written, and then maybe sometimes there's improv. Adam is a specifically very talented improviser. This is hurting him by complimenting him, and he's in pain right now.
I've shut down completely.
But in general, it's a lot of like, we really want to get the job is in the writing, and the actors sort of take it from there.
Yeah, and I think it's about an overall, all the elements coming together, this cinematography, the editing, the music, and everything. It's not just about a funny comedian riffing.